Hello you guys, hello again. Welcome into Purple Penguin Crafter Room. I'm Vicky. Today's craft is going to be somewhat recycled. So we are doing a bear with, this is a tube that had stickers on it. So a sticker tube. So we are recycled. We are using recycled wood. So he's kind of half recycled. And so I'm going to show you how I put mine together. And then so we'll just jump right in and get started. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and do all the things. It definitely helps me out. Let's get started. To start our bear, we're going to start our base for our bear. This is a 4-inch round wood piece that I cut out. You can get 4-inch round pieces. They usually have a decorative edge. You can get them at like Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby or Michael's or anything like that in their wood sections. This is just recycled pallet wood that I cut myself. I kind of want a stained look on mine. We're going to go ahead with some antique Waverly wax for that stained look. And you put it on just like stain. You've seen it in any of my other videos. I do this quite often. We're just going to take a damp baby wipe and our antique wax, and we just rub it on and rub it off. Okay, we're going to let that dry a little bit because it is a little damp because of the baby wipe. So we'll set that kind of off to the side for just a second. Now we're going to bring in, this is a sticker. It had stickers on it. So this is just a, a cardboard tube basically that had stickers on it. That's all this is. So we're using recycled material. I'm going to go ahead, I want some texture to my tube here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some burlap. This is some burlap from the Dollar Tree. It's definitely coming apart and all the things. And I don't care what color it is underneath. So I'm going to leave it the brown. And we're just going to take some tacky glue. We all know I love using my tacky glue. And like I said, I don't usually recommend hot glue gun when it comes to burlap. And that is simply just because it goes through. It goes through the burlap. So now I don't necessarily need it to have glue all the way around the whole entire thing, but I am going to do quite a bit of it just to make sure this stays on, because it is kind of doing its own thing with shredding. So, peel it back. Luckily, this is just going to be messy. It's not going to burn you or anything like that. All the way around and then just cut it off. And we'll probably put that piece at the bottom. Save that for later. Now, I did not pre-cut this just because I kind of wanted it to look kind of scraggly. This is going to be a bear. When it's done, it should look like a bear. So, I kind of like a scraggly look from my bear. That's why I was going with some texture here. If you had that faux, if you had faux fur, like you could definitely put faux fur on this. clean up a little bit as we go. Alright, so now we've got burlap going around our piece here. And we're going to go ahead and bring this back, and I want to glue this to the bottom. Now I want to do this to where the front, I don't know, I don't want it too centered. Leave it like so to go ahead and dry. Now we also, while we're in this process here, probably want to put the head on. So this is going to be our ball. These are, it's a 2.4 inch, and this is just a foam ball from Dollar Tree. Came in a pack of 3. Obviously I've used one for a different project. And we are going to use this as our bear head. So that's going to be our head for our bear. Cute is that going to be? Adorable. So I'm going to go ahead, and we want to glue our head to our top piece here. So, and actually I'm going to kind of squish it down a little bit so it kind of creates a little bit of a flat piece there. Put a generous amount of glue on there. That's it. That is going to be our head. Now I'm definitely not going to use hot glue on this because that is foam and it will melt. It will definitely melt your foam. Just so you know, heads up on that. Alright, now we're going to let this dry, and then we're going to come back and we're going to paint. And we're also, I'm going to show you how we're going to put things inside the belly part. Okay, so we've got our body glued onto our base, our head glued onto the body. I did forget one step before I glued the body onto the base that I should have done, was I should have taken the body. We want to create a circle, a center piece to him, so I want to, luckily I have a second one. This is, and they're identical. We're going to go ahead. I have some thin cardboard. This is this thin cardboard from when you get, you ever do fabric and you get like the fat squares? Usually they come folded up around, you know, one of these little thin pieces of cardboard. I save these to make stuff with them. You know, why not? So I did the inside of his circle, so that this could fit on the inside of his belly. And I'm doing this because I want to put hearts inside his belly. And I want them to be able to stay there. Well, there's nothing for them to stay on, we got to create it. So there's that. And that should be able to just fit right inside his belly, and it does. It fits right inside. However, it's not going to fit just willy-nilly right inside. So I've got a plan. We're going to take some cardstock. This is just regular cardstock paper. You could probably use whatever paper you want. Again, I'm going to trace this in the center. But what I'm going to do, instead of cutting it out where the circle is, we're going to go probably about like 1/2 inch around the outside of it, like so. And that's where we're going to cut out. And there is a reason behind my madness, trust me. It doesn't have to be super perfect or anything like that. This is, trust me, this is just mechanics is what this is. This is all mechanics. So now what you want to do is we want to cut right up to this little line. And we want to do probably about like 1/2 inch or apart or so. So I'm doing little sections like that big. You want to go all the way around. We want just little sections. Just little ones. Okay, once you got all your little slits all the way around, you want to go ahead, I think, because, oh, it's not going to matter too much. But anyway, so we're just going to start at one end and fold it down. And then you take the next one and you fold it. And the next one, and the next one. And you just want to fold all of them down. And because it's a circle, so they'll just kind of layer on top of each other. If you've ever kind of examined a paper cup, this is how they do it. You have a bottom piece and you've got all these little pieces that go up. And this is what's going to hold this to your upper piece. So now we've got this little tube thing going on. And what's going to happen is when we put it in here, get it in here straight, it creates a little holder for you. And basically, see all these little pieces here go up along the wall. So that's the part you're going to glue in there into the inside portion of it. And then we're going to take our little cardboard piece, we're going to decorate the cardboard piece, and then we're going to glue the cardboard piece to our paper piece. So that we've got a stable little inside his belly. So we can decorate the inside, not have to worry about the fact that it's a through hole. Right? So it's basically just making it so it's not a through hole. So we've got some things to do. First thing first, we want to get our little paper piece in here and figure out how far in we want it to go, right? So we're just, again, we're going to take our tacky glue here and we're just basically, we're just going to go around the outside. It's going to be a little messy, a little chaotic at first. Alright, now we gotta decide which is the front, which is the back on our little project here. I'm kind of feeling like this is going to be the front. So we want to insert this in our back piece here. And we got to decide how far up. We want to go a little bit in, not all the way, but he's not all the way to the back either. So then we've got all this glue just hanging out. It will dry clear. I'm just going to kind of push it down here. Alright, and then that will need to dry in there. How cute is that? That is going to be adorable. Okay, now let's go ahead, glue all over me, set him off to the side for just a second. decorate we're going to decorate our belly. Decorate the inside of the belly. I have all these hearts that I want to put inside the belly. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take some red, because I want some red hearts in there. So this is our cardinal red. Now these hearts are from Hobby Lobby, and in the Valentine's Day section. I thought that was kind of fun to have the open hearts, and the fact that they are random sizes. I like that. Okay, now the background, I want to keep white. So we're not going to paint any of them white, because obviously, oh, my paintbrush is falling apart here. That's awesome. What happens when they sit in water too long? The paint peels off of them. Okay, so the other color I was going to do is black. So we have a black or a white background, white hearts. Let's do some black hearts. Why not? So the black on this one, I pick whatever acrylic color says black. I don't have to get like midnight or anything specific. One jumped in there. We're going to bring back in our piece. It's still drying. It's still drying. But I want to go ahead and paint. I want to paint inside here. Because I can. So where the inside portion of our project, we're going to do white. So we're going to use the off-white, the light buttermilk, to paint the inside of his belly. Just because I want my bear to have a white belly. He's going to be brown on the outside. So we painted the inside of his belly, the white. Now, let's go ahead and paint his head brown. So I decided to use this honey brown. That's what we're going to use. Nice light brown. And this may take a couple coats because it is foam, and it's gonna, you gotta get down in the crevices and all the things. So this could take a little bit of time. Now I could have painted it before I glued it on, however, it's kind of a pain to try and get your ball to hold still. Although, after I thought about it, I could have just put it on a stake and did it, and that probably would have been much better. So, you know, next time I will paint it before I decide to put it on the body. Okay, his head is fully painted. He is still a little wet, but we're gonna kind of move on. So that's his friend. We're gonna kind of try and do things around, still waiting for this to dry. I don't want to use a heat tool to dry this because it's foam and it will start to melt, and we don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead and move on to the belly for a minute. And I've got all the hearts are all done. You can, like I said, you can do whatever colors you do or don't want. This is totally just random stuff at this point. I'm going to just rough them up just a little bit. Oh no, I broke my heart. Okay, so you gotta be careful when you're doing this. That's fine. Try not to be too rough with them. No crafting happens. So I'm showing you real life crafting here. I'm not trying to hide anything. I did break one. It happens. And we just have to move on. Okay. Of course, I sanded right over my piece that I was going to use here. So now we've got to decide how our hearts want to look in the belly. So I kind of already had an idea. Kind of putting them like that. I'm going to put one off to the side, like that. There we go. I'm thinking of something. It's just got to stay within the circle. It has to stay in the circle, or it's not going to work. So that doesn't look too bad right there, actually. So well, I like that. We're going to go ahead and glue those down like so. And get my glue to come out. There we go. I'm being kind of heavy with my glue, but that's okay. It will all dry clear. Perfect. So we ended up not doing 7, we just did the 6, which will totally be fine. I'm going to let them dry outside of the bear first, and then we will later, we will put them inside our bear. So, while we're still waiting, his head is still not dry, let's do arms. Let's give our little bear some arms. And I want to give him some arms with some felt. So this is just dark brown felt, soft felt. I typically get it from Joann's, but sometimes I get it from a Hobby Lobby or Michael's, or sometimes even Walmart, depending on what I'm using my felt for. This is a darker than what his body is, but I kind of, or I have this. Should we use this? I'm trying to think of. I feel like that's just going to be too small of an arm. I get this is from Michael's, and it's pipe cleaner, but it's on a roll instead of stick form. And I'm just going to use it for the ears, but I might also use it. I think we might use it for the arms too. So we're going to take it, kind of double it up. So that's going to be his arm. And then we want to make a little round the end for his paw. And see how long it be. So basically, I just folded it in half, and then I stuck my finger in here to kind of make it more round, like it's a paw. And then we're going to put these two together so that fattens it up to be his arm. There. Then we'll probably try and glue it under his head, like so. Be his arm. I like it. But I want the other side to be identical. So before I glue it on, I'm just going to take this. And we'll make the other one identical. This is here. Like 5.5 inches. Pretty good on 5.5 inches is what it is. So I'm just put my finger in here. I'm going to kind of twist it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take our glue and we're going to glue them up here. See where it's kind of shoulder point. There. This one is kind of standing out just a little. All right, we're going to work on his head. So we're going to work on his ears, face, that kind of thing. Actually, wait, before that, we're going to stick on his belly. So, and we're just going to some glue on that side. And can we get this on here straight? All right, perfect. Drop it in there. How cute is that? That's perfect. Fits in there absolutely perfect. Okay. So now for his ears, his face, all that. For his ears, I want to use the same thing we used for his arms. And it's actually called wired yarn, but it's a pipe cleaner. It's a pipe cleaner. So big, I want his ears. He's a bear, so his ears don't have to be super big. So it's probably roughly about an inch. That actually might be a little more than an inch. Let's break out the ruler. And that is 2 inches. 2 inches right there. And make it the same for both. And basically, we're just making him the ears, and we're going to poke it into the head because it is foam. There's one. Like I said, I still got paint. Could take like hours to dry, but I just kind of want to get this done, and it's not going to hurt anything by me doing this. Just make sure we got our ears on the same side here. Our ears have good placement. That looks great. Still getting brown all over me. He's starting to look a little bit more like a bear now. Now let's do his face. So bears usually have that muzzle, right? We're going to give him a dark muzzle. So I'm just going to take that dark brown felt. I kind of want to make it like an oval shaped. I'm just kind of winging it here. No idea. It really has a little bit smaller here. I kind of want it to come up a little bit here. Thinking that's pretty good like that. So that's going to be his muzzle. Now he needs a nose and eyes. We're going to bring in the black felt here. I've got soft and hard felt. We're just going to use the soft felt. It'll make it easier to kind of contour to our little bear here. I kind of want him to have a big nose. I don't know why. I want our bear to have a big honker. I like it. I like the bear with the big nose. So cute. Alright. Now notice I haven't glued anything on yet, because I want to make sure everything looks good before we put it on there. Next, he needs some eyes. So that might be a little too big. Put that in a notch. The hard part is trying to get it to be round. Go. That's super cute. I'm going to try and take this little one here, try and put it up against another one, another piece here. See if I can get it to match. Trying to see black on black is not easy, you guys. I think we did pretty good. Alright, I love how that looks. It's so stinking cute. Right? Okay. Let's go ahead and glue it on. Okay, you guys, our bear now has a little face that is absolutely adorable. I want to kind of decorate around him a little bit, and maybe give him a bow. Let's give him a bow tie. Okay, let's want to give him a bow around his neck, because that's cute. I have this red I was thinking I'm using. This is from Hobby Lobby. I believe this is quarter inch ribbon. small little simple bow for him. There we go. That will work. Now our bear's set with his little bow. Like I said, I kind of want to decorate around his base too. So what I was kind of thinking, and I might change my mind, I was kind of thinking on pines. I've got these, and these were from the Dollar Tree actually. Some pine, and I was kind of thinking get some pine out along his sides, like he was out in the woods a little bit. Just kind of glue on a little bit of pine for him. I've got some pine cones. We might want to give him some pine cones too. Let me see. Kind of debating, but I think we're just going to do it. You can get little pine cones from like the Dollar Tree or Walmart or even Michael's or even Hobby Lobby. Look in the floral sections if you're looking for them. I get mine from the outdoors. I collect little pine cones when I'm out and about doing my out and about kind of thing. So I love it. I like the little extra kind of woodsy kind of touch for him. It will dry clear with the glue. And he is all done, you guys. He is super cute, ready for Valentine's Day to give you a berry hug with his little hearts. So cute. Keep coming back, watch Purple Penguin Craft Room, and see what's up next.